Hello and welcome to this final presentation of the digital prototype for the app service Shovel. The user persona for this interaction will be a snow removal requester, and they will be requesting snow removal for their home sidewalks and driveway. This final presentation incorporates a lot of feedback gathered from the last two digital prototypes, and I will point those out as we go along. And we see in our first screen here one of those changes. This is a view of the lock screen notification screen on an iOS device. We can see we've received a notification to schedule a scheduled quote has been generated for your review or approval. So we'll click that, opens up the app and takes us to this quote screen. We'll see this again later, so for now we won't get into the details. We're going to discard this and given a prompt to verify, and we'll start fresh. We can see on this home page our user persona, option to enter a new property or select from saved properties. We have home, but it's just the sidewalks. And then we have a couple of other properties saved. So we're going to enter a new property since we want the driveway as well. A new addition to this final version is a second way of selecting the area to be shoveled. We have a walk the area and a draw the area option. We will walk through them both, so we'll start with the draw area. Here we're just prompted to enter our address. Here it is, 507 home. If this image didn't look right, we could go back and verify our address. So here we're prompted to resize the image until we've got the property within this rectangle roughly. So we'll zoom in. This is our property. Once we're happy with that, we'll use the selected area. So now we're taken to the tracing screen where we will actually draw on the image using these different tools: a sidewalk tool, a driveway tool, and an eraser tool. Down here there's help that gives us more information on each of these tools, what the differences are, and what their purposes are. For now we'll exit out of that. Since this is a mobile app, we envision being able to tilt it to get a wider screen view. I will just click here to mimic that. And we see a zoomed in version of the same image with the same tools on the left side. We're going to start with the sidewalk tool, which is the simple shovel icon. We see the color changes when we click it. And then we drag our finger down the sidewalk where we want snow removal services. And that's it for sidewalks. We'll switch to the driveway tool. Start tracing our driveway and the parking lot area. Let's say we didn't want that last piece, we can switch to the eraser tool and remove that. So now we can save. We're prompted to enter a title for the property we just drew. At this point we could still go back and erase or add to it if we wanted to. But we'll type in home everything and click return. Now on this screen we're given the option to upload additional photos, continue to the quote screen, or schedule a quote for later. Based on feedback from the digital prototyping, people were concerned or really wanted the functionality of saving in it for future time. So we'll take a look at that. You see here it's a simple iOS time scheduling wheel. We could schedule it for 4 p.m. today, at which point at 4 p.m. we would get that notification that we started with that would generate a fresh quote when we opened it with prices based on current demand and snowfall. For now we'll just go back and continue to the current quote screen. And this page estimates the square footage, the current snowfall in our area, and the wait time, and uses these to generate a quote. The square footage idea being the sidewalk tool and the driveway tool have a standard width to them, and then so it just calculates the length of everything that you've drawn. So if we want to know more about that kind of stuff, we can click on the help icon again, and we see this is how the quote's calculated and how the estimates are made. We will close out of that. And we have the option to discard Oops, I discarded. That's fine, we'll go through the other option. To enter a new property using the walk area function. Here we see the same tools that we saw in the other one, but we have an undo button and then some basic instructions on how to use the walk area. Essentially, you click on a thing, you go outside, stand on your sidewalk, click on the sidewalk shovel tool, walk to the end of it, click it again, and it draws a line based on how far you walked. If you have another sidewalk, you move to it, you click it on, click it off, it does that again. We'll switch to the plow, or the driveway tool, click it on, and then you walk the perimeter of your driveway. So you only have to do one loop in the return to where you began. And stop that. And the idea being the accelerometers and GPS in your phone will determine all this stuff for you. You can save. We're prompted to enter an address like before, this time only after we've drawn it. So we'll do that. We'll select our address. And then similar, we are asked to move and resize an image until our traced area roughly fits. This is just to make the driver aware of the rough correct area. So we can save that, prompted to enter the address or the title again. Click return. Same options for scheduling. We'll move on to the quote screen. Here again, we saw the discard. You could save for later if we wanted to. This doesn't save the quote, it saves the thing. A new quote would be generated when you accept it. Or you can accept the quote. The confirmation screen, and we can click confirm. And we see that Bill is on his way to shovel. He will arrive in roughly 30 minutes. We have the option to call or text him. And we can return to the beginning. That is the walkthrough of the functionality for requesting shovel service. Thank you.